Good morning.
Yeah, Alison Doody. Or are we afternoon? It doesn't matter because by the time you get this, it'll be morning.
And who cares?
Yeah. Hold
Hey, Kai.
Hey, P-Muns. You know, I think every episode your hair gets just a fraction shorter.
Oi.
Have we been monitoring this?
Yeah.
Mine's getting longer. Put your back. No, so we get in the camera here. Mine's going to be longer than yours.
Yeah, probably
by
will.
December.
Wait, okay, so I have a funny story about that. So I go into my voiceover agency and maybe once a week lately because I've been doing pretty good in the voiceover world. Hey, making that cash money.
Hey,
but anyway, I have a joke with one of my agents, Emma, and she's like, every time I go in, she's like, have you got another haircut? You change your hair again? I'm like, yeah, I did. But I must have been going in there a lot lately because the construction worker next door, I'm fully wearing my mask and everything, and the guy's like, hey, did you get a haircut? And I'm like, no. I've never spoken to you in my life.
Come on.
You see me walk in here once a week with a different haircut.
You know what,
and you said something.
You know what, though? Just quickly on that, that's pretty nice of the build-up because the old stigma would be the
wolf
whistle.
it.
And he's just paid you out a really nice compliment. He said, did you get a haircut?
It was quite nice. But around
attention.
the corner from there's another house being built, and shit, you know what? Every time I walk past them, they're like howling at me. Oh. And I turned around the other day because I was in there 2 days ago, and I was like, guys, you realize that you do this to me every week now. Like, I'm not cool with it. Yeah. And they were just like, walk across the street. And I was like, are you serious? I was like, you want me to stop walking past your construction site because you can't stop objectifying me as a woman as I walk by?
Yeah.
You change, not me.
I'm not crossing the road. You go cross the road.
Change.
See that house over there? You're now working on that house. And this is my side of the street. Just the sheer arrogance that was a
How
response.
are tradies still doing that?
Just the sheer arrogance that was a logical thing to say to someone.
Yeah,
walk
like
on the other side of the road.
That was the answer.
And this side of the road is designated for wolf whistling.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what do you got?
Would you rather smoke or live longer?
What the fuck?
No, it's a really interesting question because I don't really need to live till I'm like 90 or something like that.
Oh, you're just going to tick everything off in like before you're 40?
No, I'd be happy with like 60 or 70. I think that's realistic if you smoke your whole life.
So you'd rather just smoke?
Yeah, I'd rather enjoy what...
Oh, I wouldn't want to sit there smoking cigarettes if that was what I had to smoke.
Well, okay, let's not define what we're talking about smoking.
Okay, so it's open to the imagination.
Open to the imagination.
Right.
Whatever tickles your whistle.
Right.
Okay.
Copy.
Would you rather smoke or live longer? I'd rather smoke. Because it's something that is nice daily, you know what I mean? Like, why do I don't want to... I'm not going to stop smoking for my future kids that aren't even born yet.
Wow.
Is that fucked?
Yeah, that's pretty bold. And they're going to listen back to this one day and they're going to go, wow, Mum really didn't think that highly of us.
You naturally end up stopping when you're pregnant anyway. But like...
I don't know. I've never gotten knocked up personally. But look, I understand the premise of the question, so let's play it like it is. After 2020... I would gladly smoke myself stupid and dine out. No, obviously that's very dramatic. I'd take that back. But yeah, I can understand. No, look, I go to live longer, and here's why. Because my theory is I kind of want to see how it ends. I kind of want to be there.
End.
No.
We end.
No. I know that. Yeah. But I want to see what I get to. Like, what's the high score?
Oh, okay.
Just trudge through it. And I know that's easier said than done. And there's Cara just sitting there saying just trudge through life. Well, that's all right. But you got to get to the end of the game.
Yeah, but like, you know, once you hit 80, 90, you know, it hurts, I imagine.
I reckon there's enough.
Nine and Pop, it seemed like it hurt a lot.
I reckon there's enough things in life that'll kill you without needing to factor in that, if that was the thing you had to choose from.
Okay, so I have a fun fact for you.
Okay, go on.
And Cairo, you 30?
32.
Shit, dog. Well,
Yeah, dog.
if you stop smoking by 30,
Yep.
health professionals suggest that you won't compromise how long you live from smoking. So like you stop smoking at 30, you can pretty much live the same life expectancy that you intended on living before.
Now, before we continue the rest of this,
Yeah.
should probably state, we are not medical professionals. Do not walk into a clinic, a GP, and say, I listened to the Pretty Cast episode 23. They told me if I quit smoking by 30, I'd be in the clear. Just clarifying.
Yeah, don't quote us on it. But it is true.
Are we talking about that your body is still at quite a strong, it's strongest.
It means you can beat all the damage that you've done
you can deal
30.
with the damage. Yeah. So a guy that I work with, he's probably pushing 60 now, and he's a heavy smoker and was a heavier drinker. And he reckons that it's not the drugs necessarily. Now, again, we're not medical professionals. He says that it's not the drugs that'll kill you, it's the booze. He reckons that if you abuse the booze, there's something in that.
That's a good slogan.
Abuse the booze.
Drink responsibly.
If you smash your liver and everything else that makes up all the stuff, and you ruin your gut health and all that jazz, that'll do far more damage than I guess smoking and
gut health.
I don't know, whatever you do. I don't know.
Gut health is a big thing I've learned.
It is.
Hello.
But you're the same person who just said you'd rather smoke, so you don't really give a shit, do you?
Well, no, because I'm not sure. It's not that I'm not optimistic about how my life will end up, but it's more like I want to enjoy all the things that life has to offer daily. You know,
well, that's different.
Before, like, rather than live longer and sacrifice those things that I enjoy,
right?
To live longer.
So it's kind of like the classic line, I feel sorry for people who don't drink because when they wake up in the morning, that's the best they're going to feel.
Or people who get married at
Frank
like
Sinatra.
20 and it's like leaving the party early. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I don't even want to get into fucking people getting married at 20. We don't have the time. We don't have the time, Pearl.
I also don't really know anyone who's married that's 20.
Yeah. I don't know a hell of a lot of people that necessarily tied that knot.
I was in a de facto relationship at 22. 21? 21. 21. 20. I was 20. I was 20. I was in a de facto relationship. I was pretty much married.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah. Heavy.
Although,
you weren't married and you got out of that one.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. And she didn't have to go home to Scotland. So happy days.
Oh, right. Different relationship. Yes, you were. Copy. I don't know. There's been a few of them. You don't have a type. You're very annoying.
I don't have a type.
You're super annoying because I have to get to know all these different types of boyfriends and girlfriends. And I'm like, if you had a type, I would know how to deal with that type consistent basis. But because you keep flipping the script, you have like a 19-sided coin that every time you just go, will I or won't I, it just fucking lands on something else. And it's like, all right, well, that's what I'll go with this time. It's not that I don't appreciate that you have a diverse taste or a palate, if you will. At some fucking point, it'd be nice if you just narrowed the focus down to a couple of key things you want to tick off so that I can be like, that's what she's looking for in a partner. I can approach this person as if I know what they're going to be into.
And you can make an informed decision on whether they're capable of giving me what I want and need. The thing is, I don't know what I want and need at any given time.
And exactly the point is that you as an individual, as a person, don't need to give a fuck about what I need to do to deal with any of your shit.
No, I really don't. But I mean, I remember
if the bitches ain't paying your bills, pay them no mind. But
Cairo said to me once, I think it was like, what was it? Was it when I told you I was a lesbian? I'm bi, but like I was started dating this girl, and I was like, Cairo, I'm gonna date this girl, and he's like, fuck, nothing you do surprises me anymore. He's like, I just expect the most outrageous things to come out of your mouth when you go,
honestly,
I'm dating ...
If you came home and be like, I met this Somalian pirate, I'd be like, hey mate, how you doing? Do you know what I mean?
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family, brother. All right, let's see how this pans out. If you came home with a Mongolian goat herder, I'd be like, g'day, chief. What's cracking? What's cracking today?
For the first time
How's
in my
the
life,
herd?
I went on a date 2 days ago with someone my actual age.
Oh, fuck.
How crazy is that?
That's actually really crazy.
That is wild.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't
Trying
know.
to be normal or something?
Well, he's very smart. I found him very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that like, people your own age aren't necessarily dumb.
No, they're not dumb. They just don't have... I feel like women just mature a little faster than guys, and so...
Do they?
Well, not necessarily. It could be a wild generalization. I'm known for sweeping statements, but...
Can sweep a statement.
But I think for me, I've always found that, like, I don't know, I've had some interesting experiences from a very young age that have matured me quick. So then when faced with someone my age, I've gone, you are not equipped with the life lessons that I am.
Right.
And this is why there's always like a segregation between women who are 24 and men who are 24. And that's probably why women date people who are like a decade older than them until they're about 30, and then they finally go, oh,
He caught up.
hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
Oh, that guy I went to the same school with.
Take
in
a
the
seat
same
at the
year.
table.
Is finally old enough. Yeah, it is a bit funny that dynamic. Because I remember when we were about 13, 14, we had the same group of friends, like girlfriends and guy friends that sort of hung out. And then we hit 14, and all of a sudden they were hanging out with like the 20-year-olds that used to sort of sit up on the hill and
look down at you.
do dumb shit. Dumb fucking 20-year-old shit.
Like light their pubes on fire.
Oh,
and shit.
do fucking push-ups for no reason in front of everyone on the hill, and you're like,
Oh.
what?
Do they have
at
good
what point
technique?
well, great technique, good form. But it's like, sorry, you thought that was more emotionally mature.
Yeah.
Like, you would rather hang out with that group there that are doing
I think the thing is
all
that
of that.
those relationships are doomed 100%.
Of course.
But in the process, women realise what they want a little bit more.
Yeah, all right.
Perhaps.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
You'd hope so.
When was the last time you went on a first date?
Yeah. Katie Mams and I went on our first date just shy of 5 years ago. So there you go.
Holy shit.
Just almost 5 years ago.
5 years.
Time flies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Love it. Great colour on me.
Yeah.
Really suits.
There's no
Timeless.
interesting headlines this week. Have you got any more would you rathers? Would you rather
Okay.
would you rather pay a toll or drive an extra 5 minutes somewhere?
Ooh.
Because I don't get people who pay $8 for a toll when it's like an extra 4 minutes on ways.
No. Well, that's the way we were raised by our father.
Yeah. Never pay for parking.
Never
Always park like a couple blocks away and walk a bit.
Just cop the two, cop
But
the couple
time
blocks.
is money. But Dad didn't work that much.
Yeah. I mean,
Dad didn't have a real job.
yeah. That's another story. But you're right. Yeah. It's lazy convenience at its finest. And the thing about it is that if you weren't privatizing them and it was going back into the community, yeah, I'll take your toll. Fuck yeah.
I didn't realize it was privatized.
Oh, honey.
Is that silly?
Oh, yeah.
Honey.
Why do you think prices fluctuate so much?
In the Eastern Distributor?
Yeah, why do you think they keep cranking
They
them up?
keep going. Yeah. They're
It's
trying
because
to
they haven't paid them off and the interest keeps catching back onto them. You know, I heard something the other day that the Harbour Bridge isn't even paid off.
Ah.
Yeah. Like, they still owe the UK, the motherland,
Yeah, right. Well, I think
for it. Like, it's not something that we're like, that's ours. That money goes into fixing other things.
what happens if the UK just are like, we want it back? What if they just took the Sydney Harbour Bridge? I don't know. Well, they could. The UK, they've done worse.
Well, yeah, no, I'm all right with that.
They tried to screw Scotland out of existing.
Yeah.
Literally screw.
Yeah. In terms of getting a bridge back on the other side of the world, I'd like to see how that pans out.
Could you imagine the ship?
Right. It's like a wooden one. It's like an old school wooden one.
It's like the one that they sent us all here in the first place.
Captain Cook's one. Yeah. You know, I found out Captain Cook was cannibalized in Hawaii.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
After finding Oz. Eaten alive.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Actually, that's so true.
Isn't that serendipitous? Isn't that funny how that panned out?
You never hear how Captain Cook went.
Yeah. You don't hear about the downfall necessarily. That's the story.
Do you know what I've got?
Go on.
That the kids book that Briggs wrote. And we bought one and I've got it for you.
We got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 2.
Well, I've got a nice little collection of books for
your unborn children.
The first one was the DJ Ducks, the Peking Duck book.
Yeah.
That the boys wrote.
Yeah.
Lived with them for a year, and when they did that, I thought that was fucking dope, and I just thought that was a nice little piece of history that I'll get to share with the kids and be like...
I love that you were planning for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already got names.
When am I going to be an auntie? I just really want to be an auntie. I've really wanted to be an auntie for about 3 years now.
Have you? Sorry to keep you waiting.
Ever since you told me.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that pans out. But yeah,
all right.
Time's getting closer. The planets are aligning.
Have you got the oven yet?
No.
Kyra is like, okay, every birthday and Christmas, I feel like this is a running thing now. Kyra's like, oh, we don't want presents. We just want money towards like white goods before we get the babies. Before we have the babies.
Well,
I'm like, when are you just going to have the babies? Why am I putting so much money into your kitchen appliances when there is very little reward for me?
Evidence of babies.
Where's the babies?
As the bubbers, this is a justification for the monies. No, look, I will run that oven into the ground until it needs replacing. I gave you guys an opportunity to not have to go out and buy a gift and said, lump some money into this account. It's in a savings account, which is making money monthly. And when the time occurs, which isn't far off, we will get a new oven and you can come on over and fucking look at it.
And babysit the kid.
Oi. Yeah. Have you seen these stovetops where you move the plate around and where you move it from goes cold immediately and the stovetop only stays hot where the actual plate is?
So it senses the plate.
Yeah. Isn't that dope? So you can never touch it and burn your hand.
Is it electric?
I can't remember. However,
I imagine it would be.
I don't think it was gas because that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was like this electric thing that you move the pan around however you want to configure the pan. It had to be a special pan.
That's cool.
Isn't that dope?
Yeah.
There's a bit in that.
Yeah, there definitely is.
Little kids won't burn your hands. No more 3rd-degree burns.
I don't know. I just feel like, yeah.
You know when you put a saucer.
Honestly, I burn my hand on the stove quite often. In an oven, mostly always.
Yeah.
But I just feel like
put the mittens
it's
on.
like pandering to insecurities. It's fear based. It's like fear, like what do you mean? What do you mean? It's like why?
You're scared of an oven? Were you scared of a stove?
It's like parents. Okay, this is just more like
go on, Phil.
This is more parent, just annoying helicopter parent shit, right? There's a mat that you can put, a blanket that you can put in your baby's cot that tells you if your baby has stopped breathing or not.
Matt.
Why?
What if you walk away for 5 minutes?
Why are you scared of that though? Like that means that these things are created to put fear into your minds. You wouldn't have thought twice about whether your baby was going to stop breathing or not until you got that fucking blanket.
Are you against natural selection? Is that what I'm getting here?
No, I would say I'm for natural selection. That's why you don't need a baby blanket to tell you when your baby stops breathing, because that would be natural selection.
Well, look.
I just think babies stopped dying as regularly as they did a long time ago. It's probably okay.
Well, if there's a fucking thing out there that honestly has that capability, it doesn't limit to children because it can limit to people on life. You don't life support people. People in surgery.
Don't make me feel
People
bad
in
now.
hospital beds. It could go on every hospital bed.
Is it?
Hang on, you've got to start small. You go a little body on a little mat. You go, does this work? Yes, it does. How can we translate that into the... Think about it. No, go with me. I'm going to run into the future. Fuck you, let's go. We don't need hospitals anymore because every mattress in the future has something like that and a defibrillator built in so that it detects if at any point a person stops breathing, you could send a message to an ambulance, send a vibration on the other side of the bed to wake your partner up. Hang on a second. I'm all about blowing off ideas because that seems dumb. But I think there's a bit in this one.
No, I do. I agree. If it was used for that purpose, then yeah. But I think, it's encouraging parents to like just.
But okay. What if the child has some sort of actual heart problem?
100%, then that makes sense. But honestly, the amount of. Yeah, sure. Sure. I'm angry.
I don't know. I
get it, but I think that
worried
it's more
that
about
you're misdirecting the anger on this one. Or just being honest, I think there's a bit. This one's a bit of discrepancy in this one. I normally blindly follow you, but I can see a little bit of the other argument. On this one.
Look, I'm fine with you there. I just think parents have enough on their plate if they're worried about their kids stopping breathing while they have an hour out on the patio for themselves when they have very little time. You know what I mean? It's just creating more things for them to worry about.
I think it actually takes a bit of the worry away.
All right. Well, let's agree to disagree.
I'll disagree to agree.
All right. Well, that was episode 23 of the fucking Pretty Cast.
Got a little heated towards the end there. Nice little debate sitch.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Okay.
Pearl and I don't have to agree on everything.
No, we don't. And we don't agree on everything.
Clearly. But that's the good thing about our relationship is that you've got to have juxtapositioning. You've got to have differing opinions because it helps.
You've got to challenge each other.
You've got to challenge each other. So that's our challenge for the week. Challenge your sibling. Challenge your parents. Have a conversation.
Accept the challenge.
That might not be comfortable.
Embrace the challenge.
Go find out a little bit about yourself. Ciao for now.
Catch you later.